We are here to talk about our criminal justice bills as a California Legislative Black Caucus, but we are also here to call the question: when will we start caring about black skin? When will we start valuing black bodies? When will we have a month when we are not reciting the names of black men and women who have been shot because they are black and because no one seems to care if they will be missed? When Daunte Wright and when George Floyd were being murdered, they called out for their mothers, their black mothers. I am a black mother. I fear the day that happens. But I tell you, every single time it happens to a black man or woman, I think about the pain that their mothers feel. These people, these men, these women, they are not just names that go in the history books of this contemporary black genocide. They are mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, uncles, aunties. They are black men and women who are now dead because folks can't get their act together. Last year, I introduced the Crisis Act. It was vetoed. I have reintroduced it again. It is a grant program that comes with $30 million attached to it. And it would send community-based organizations out into the field to respond to 911 calls so that law enforcement doesn't have to do that. 70% of the calls that come into 911 are non-violent, non-criminal in nature. They may be calls about a crisis. They may be calls about an emergency. But they are not calls initiating death. They are not calls initiating for lethal force. They are calls issuing for de-escalation and a resolution of a crisis or an emergency, with the goal being that everyone walk out alive, especially our black men and women. We are asking that this bill get passed again, and we are asking that it get signed into law. And we are demanding that it come with its $30 million appropriation so that community-based organizations who are trained, who have the trust of the neighborhoods and the communities with where they work, can respond to these calls and help our brothers and our sisters, our family members, remain alive. I share this because just 3 weeks ago, a young man, 25 years old, deaf in both ears, with scoliosis and autistic, was shot in the back because he has an unregulated body and was having an episode. He just needed to be calmed down. He needed to understand why he wasn't going to get his snack. He was not supposed to be shot in the back. And now in the hospital, paralyzed, with fluid in his lungs, and his mother by his bedside, praying that he stays alive. This is why we must pass and sign and fund the Crisis Act.